Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now Murray off play action. He gets it complete to Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Murray now. This one. Kirk, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Murray. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possible.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Yeah, movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct? I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? What's that? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum? Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down. And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out. And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. But that's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. Touchdown, Cardinals!
DeAndre Hopkins with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And they're able to get this one across. Starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Finding some room at midfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action. Now Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Rodgers now to throw. Slot. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. The kick by Crosby is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
From the 29, Murray. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and another run with Edmonds. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The give is to Jones. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 79 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So into Cardinals. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Tanner Muse with it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
Murray going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Murray now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. On 1st down, Edmonds. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll pitch it to Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Prater for the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the counter, here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start with the option. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. They'll roll him out right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. It'll be Murray on the keeper. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Prater to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, it's Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Edmonds a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Edmonds, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now the toss to Jones, running right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Third down, here's Jones. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on 4th down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game just home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it here with Edmonds. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 90 yards on the ground for Edmonds. He's got a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards,
they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.